This one calls for a team meeting. All right, you know who you are and you know what you need to do. Negativators, mount up. RH negativators, negative people to the front. Listen up, people. This is what we train for. This is not a drill. Knees to chest, knees to chest. Guys, why does my head look so tiny today? Anyway, well, speaking of which, I want to talk about the traits of RH negative folks because I just had the most strange and quite complimentary, check out that ear, has nothing to do with my ears, but quite complimentary situation occur. And apparently it's not something that happens very often. And it had me wonder, could this be one of the traits of the RH negative folks? Let's go. We know as RH negative, the traits that we have are the old 5 head, big forehead, eyes change color, blue to green, sometimes gray, genius IQ, and RH negative people have the celestial gifts that humans don't. Oh, why would I say humans? Well, because even science has been stumped themselves. This is the one thing that Satan, nor science, has been able to find some BS malarkey, lie to cover it up. And even science itself has had to come to the conclusion, we've tried, we've looked, well, we failed. Because as far as we can find, RH negative people, their origin, well, it simply just is not here from Earth. Nanu, MRFers. No, but it's true. And when you start to think about it and you add in the fact that we do, RH negative people are the ones that we do have the abilities, many of us do, psychic clairvoyant mediums. Stand up, raise your hand. Remote viewers, raise your hand. Telepathy. I can't remember. I do, I got a genius IQ. Telepathy. And those who can see beyond the veil. Mediums. How ironic is it that those are celestial gifts? Those are the gifts that Yah only gave to the celestials, the angels. Terrestrial beings, no, they're never intended and never given gifts like that. So do the math. And if you got a genius IQ, well, you've already done it. And you've carried the 2. And you've pied it and square rooted it too. And no matter how you calculate it, well, those of us with RH negative, well, let's just say we just don't belong. Not here. Anyways, I have been going down the rabbit hole, or at least, no, I've been doing my own hypothesis when it comes to traits of RH negative. And if you've been following me, I have done multiple videos on things that I have about me that just don't seem to fit in with the old terrestrials. So, which brings me to my point, and I gotta ask. I broke a tooth, and it was my favorite tooth, don't ask. Anyways, I broke a tooth, and I hate going to the dentist, but I went. I have to speak in Miami on the 2nd, and I was wondering if I needed to get this done beforehand. It's my molar, you can't see it on the other side. Anyways, he said, no worries, we can make you a crown in the office, we can get it done the same day. I said, cool, let's do it. I was supposed to do it yesterday. They went to do a color match on my teeth, and only about an hour after I got home from my appointment did I get the phone call saying, hey, Colette, we need to reschedule you. And again, this was super complimentary, and I've always had compliments on this my entire life. She said, unfortunately, we won't be able to make your crown in the office because we don't have the material. You far exceed the color chart of the stuff they have to make crowns. Meaning that my teeth are so white, they're too white for anything that they have, and I am well off the chart of the little teeth thing that they hold. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. I've always had nice white chompers. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I used to whiten my teeth. I was very adamant about dental care. I just don't like the dentist, so let's do our best to stay out of his chair, right? But I had always whitened my teeth when I was younger, but recently, especially over the past year, well, I've been busy with the Lord. My teeth being whitened is not on my priorities. In fact, I really can't tell you the last time I did it. But here's the other thing that makes it strange. I drink coffee, probably more than I should, and I smoke. And since Andrea passed away, maybe even a little bit before, I have been smoking way too much. The kind of smoking that you would assume would make your teeth yellow. And yet, although to me they seem yellow, and I feel like I do need to whiten them because this isn't even as white as they normally are, how is it possible that all the things I do, my teeth are still this white without whitening them? Is this an RH negative trait? Because this defies the laws of everything that we have been taught in regards to, well, how much have we been taught on white teeth? It just doesn't make sense. Let's put it that way. In fact, you can even, well, God, no, you can't. You can't ask her. Hold on. Dang it, that is never going to get easier. That is something I have said for 25 years, and it hits me every once in a while. But I used to say it so often, it's like second nature. You can even ask my best friend. But no, you can't. Anyways, when I did start to, chain smoke. When I started to smoke more and more, I would drive Andy nuts. Like, are my teeth getting yellow? Are my teeth getting yellow? She's like, Letty, no. And that was 2 years ago. So you would assume that by now, of course, they would have. So what is going on there? Anyways, guys, are you RH negative? Do you have naturally and pew, 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 no matter what you do to them, continuously, more than normal, more than typical, more than terrestrially, white teeth? Oh, and there was one other thing I need to know. Now, trust me, I've got a little whiteboard. I got a big whiteboard going with all this stuff that I'm trying to collect. I don't know if you can see it, but my eye, see, it has this like little fold here. But I only have it on one eye. There are people in my family. One's very insecure about it, so I don't want to mention names. But I don't know why. Is that something you might have too? I swear I'm going to get down to the bottom of the RH negative mystery. Because if science can't do it, I know someone who can. Pew, pew, pew. And honestly, they're right. Our origin is not from here. If there is anything else about you that you know, hands down, just seems off or you have been told is not normal, I need to know. Please drop it in the comments. I'm going to be doing something very important for the RH negative community here very, very soon. So I need all the data, all the information I can get. Anything about you, RH negative people, please put it in there. It might not matter to you or mean anything at this moment, but we might find that all of us have it in common. My teeth surpassed their white scale. That's a pretty nice compliment. Would yours, RH negative sisters and brothers? I kind of have a feeling the answer is going to be yes. All right, guys, that's it. Negativators, you can dismount now. 10 for a dismount. Drop it in the comments. Anything you can think of, guys. Like my 5 head. When I got my Botox, I no longer get that. Thank you. I'm going to age gracefully the way beautifully God has given it to me. But when I got Botox, I would get what I called the Vulcan triangle. That forehead just keeps going, doesn't it? A Vulcan triangle. See? I know what it is. Never mind. My doctor said I either have a full muscle or a split muscle. Whatever is the 100% opposite from what normal humans have. I sucked my finger and wet my bed till I was in 6th grade. Oh, you know I love you if I'm going to be telling you that. My body does not like surgeries. Anything put into this body, spits right out. Oh, there's one other thing, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you, and I gotta ask, because my mom and dad have been blown away since I was a little girl. I can make the sound of like what I used to call it a train. I'd always tell my mom, do you hear that train when you but I can do it right now. It's like I'm doing ear kegels. That's the first time I thought of that. Flexing the muscles in my ears or in my brain. I don't know. But when I do it, it sounds like, oh. I have these 2 thumbprint looking things on my hand, and it looks like little person thumbprints. I do have freckles that form constellations. I have the Big Dipper and what I used to call the triangle of love. I have a crippling level of compassion. No, I mean so much so that it extends to inanimate objects. And this is just to name a few. I have so many videos about different characteristics, but I need to know, guys, RH negativators, do you have aggressively white teeth and you don't even have to do anything about it. And anything else that you think stands out or is different from the rest of this world, please drop it in the comments. I need this information, this data stat. This is what we train for, people. This is not a drill. Knees to chest, knees to chest. I love you with my great big gigantic heart. Oh, and my pearly whites. Mwah, mwah.